I knew God was.
Tune in to Breakfast at Cup Match with Ian Rollins on Power 95 FM radio at 8:30 a.m. Join in as he speaks with team captains, current players, former players, and fans who will share their thoughts and predictions on this year's event. This special presentation has been brought to you by our lead sponsor, HSBC. Additional sponsors, Lindo's Group of Companies, Universal Electric, Surface Trends Limited, John Barrett & Son Limited, Seahorses, Polaris Holdings Limited, West Pembroke Pentecostal Church. That's Breakfast at Cup Match with Ian Rollins, beginning at 8:30 a.m. on Power 95 FM.
You can count on us.
Save $3 on sweet and juicy blueberries, just $3.99 for a 1-pint package. Get grilling this Cup Match with frozen baby back pork spare ribs, just $3.49 per pound. Bluebonnet white hamburger or hot dog rolls, $3.49 for a package of 8. Save $2.10 on select varieties of Friendly's ice cream novelties, just $4.79 for a 6-pack. Super savings on Poland Spring Water, only $9.99 for a 24-pack. Have a happy and safe Cup Match holiday from the marketplace.
You can count on us.
You're watching Bermuda Tonight. It's Friday, July 27th, 2018. I'm Diane Brewer, and thank you for joining us tonight. A man has been arrested following an allegation of sexual assault against a woman while at the Eastern Counties cricket match last weekend. We understand that he is a mid-level manager with telecommunications company Digicel. Sources telling Bermuda Broadcasting the incident allegedly occurred as the woman, said to be a foreign national, entered a hospitality tent. The man allegedly patted her down and inappropriately touched her. Contacted about the alleged incident, Digicel declined to comment. We reached out to the police about the woman's claims after we discovered that she had filed a formal complaint. The BPS confirmed that a 46-year-old pageant man has been arrested on suspicion of sexual assault alleged to have occurred last Saturday. Police say that due to the nature of the offense and because an active investigation is underway, there will be no further comment at this time. In other news, John Narroway has been fired as a consultant to the Bermuda Business Development Agency after forging car registrations. According to the Royal Gazette, Mr. Narroway pleaded guilty to forging his car registration and was fined $300. Our Gary Moreno received information that Mr. Narroway's contract with the BDA had been terminated, and checks with the agency confirmed that a spokesperson for the agency told us, quote, John Narroway is no longer working for the BDA. The agency terminated his consultancy agreement with him as a result of the court matter reported this week, end quote. According to Mr. Narroway's LinkedIn profile, he's also co-chair of the Bermuda Blockchain Task Force and CEO at Eris, a company which builds electric aircraft. There will be a major deployment of police around the island next week over the 2-day Cup Match holiday. Wayne Keynes, the National Security Minister, talked with Gary Moreno about plans for hundreds of officers at the Somerset Cricket Club and at other venues where the public will be gathering.
Policing is always at the forefront of the Ministry of National Security, but at next weekend it is where we have thousands of Bermudians on the water at the cricket match and throughout our country, even at the Horseshoe Bay. And so what we want to do is we want to make sure that everyone is safe and that we have an environment that is conducive not only to having fun but reflecting on the emancipation of slavery.
Is there anything that would perhaps have informed this decision? Information that may have come to the fore of pending untoward activity?
Absolutely not. The police have a matrix and they look at where the people are, and you do a ratio of people at the facility to police, and we want to make sure that everyone is safe. The ultimate aim is to make sure that people are safe. The police presence is never overly intrusive. It is also proportional to the amount of people that are there. If you look at what we're talking about at Horseshoe Bay, we want to make sure that the revelers are able to have a good time, that people are not drinking, and they're not drinking whilst underage, I should say. And we want to make sure that we have enough people from the Department of Parks and from the Bermuda Police Service to make sure that facility and that event is safe. At Cup Match, we want the exact same thing. If for people to feel safe at the game, but more importantly, if there is something that takes place, that we have an appropriate response, that we can ensure that each incident is dealt with appropriately. I think the highlight of this year that is going to be different is that we're going to work with a private security company to have CC television footage at Cup Match. And so that allows us to police the event and to look at in the crowds and to make sure that everything is being monitored at the same time. There's nothing to be alarmed about. This is consistent with every year that we make sure that we have a strong police presence. It's not overly overt, but to make sure that everyone is safe, whether on the water, at the beach, or at Cup Match in Somerset.
Unscrupulous debt collectors beware. The government is planning legislation to rein them in and establish a comprehensive licensing system. This follows complaints from the public about payday lenders and other types of debt collectors who have been accused of charging extraordinary interest rates and harassing debtors. Home Affairs Minister Walter Brown Jr. says a consultation process will now follow. He told Gary Moreno there's been a lot of abuse within the debt collection business.
It's designed to address issues of excessive interest rate charges and just generally abuses that take place in the debt collection arena.
A number of the lending agencies that the agencies or the companies that would provide payday loans and such, they have indicated that they're operating within the UK guidelines. Mm-hmm. Have you verified this, or is there any truth to that?
Well, it may well be true, but UK guidelines are not necessarily the guidelines that we will embrace in here. And so we will carefully examine all of the issues relating to payday loans and their structure, and we will come up with appropriate policy.
In your contribution in the House this morning, when you delivered your ministerial statement, you indicated that this could also extend to other lending agencies, financial institutions and such.
Well, this is a step process, so that we do intend to extend it to the banking sector at a later point. Initially, we're doing the debt collection agencies. That's the first step. The second step will be the banking concerns as well.
You mentioned as well in your ministerial statement a number of practices that are carried out by these debt collection agencies. Why has there been such a delay, do you think, in addressing these issues? The excessive calling and hiking of fees, passing on information to third parties and such?
Well, I can't speak to why there's been what you call an excessive delay. All I can say is that we have taken upon ourselves to address this issue, and we'll address it in a meaningful manner.
Still to come, a trip to the beach that one driver will always remember, plus our weekend weather. Stay with us.
You can count on us.
Save $1.70 on value-packed fresh Purdue chicken thighs or drumsticks. $1.99 per pound. Extra large red ripe seedless watermelons, $14.99 each. Kraft salad dressings only $3.39 for select varieties of 16-ounce bottles. Save $1.50 on Hellman's mayonnaise, $6.39 for a 30-ounce jar. Save $3.06 on Matchlight charcoal, $7.99 for a 3.1-pound bag. Visit our website at www.marketplace.pm for more Cup Match specials.
You can count on us.
Surface Terms has been serving Bermuda for over 25 years, supplying and installing tile and natural stone. We have a large in-stock selection of beautiful porcelain wood planking, including our exclusive Bermuda cedar tile. You will also find Bermuda's best in-stock selection of countertops, including natural granites, exotic quartzites, and silestone engineered quartz in all the newest colors. Our team will be happy to help you. Stop by our showroom at 17 Serpentine Road or give us a call at 295-8005.
We are the voices.
You are with the captain.
It's Mr. Midday.
12 new major news. The big station.
The morning show.
The number one song.
The Faces.
You're watching Bermuda Tonight.
This is exactly what you're talking about.
What an upset it was.
The Storytellers.
They are actually using the pepper spray.
Police are aware of this theory.
The water is 3,500 meters deep.
The tax climbs up to 12.5%.
The window on our community.
We bring you the best in U.S. television entertainment.
And the greatest sporting events in the world. A brilliant performance of Duffy.
We are the island's only Bermudian-owned broadcaster of both television and radio.
With the only TV channels that are available over the air in beautiful high definition, completely free.
We are always expanding.
We are always innovating.
And most important, we're always your station.
This is Bermuda Broadcasting.
Welcome back. Well, a car crashed through a wall and onto the beach at Bailey's Bay today near Fracture Street. The driver escaped uninjured. Police say he was traveling along North Shore Road just before noon when he lost control of the car and hit the wall. Police media relations manager Dwayne Kane said, quote, "The man successfully exited the vehicle on his own accord and did not appear to suffer any apparent injuries." An investigation into the incident is now underway. Witnesses should contact the police on 295-0011.
No, I'm saying when I hit the corner, something in my eye, just like my right eye here, broke or something.
Right.
Right in my eye, I'm going, man, look, I'm in the wall. That's it. I can't say no more than that.
That's about it? So no alcohol or nothing involved?
No, the police would have told you that.
No, they wouldn't say that. But you're all right?
Yeah.
Oh my, thank heavens he wasn't hurt. In other news, after weeks of wrangling over the future of Shelly Bay Beach, there's hope that a compromise between the government and area residents isn't too far off. Colonel David Birch, the Minister for Public Works, was asked about the matter outside of the lower house today. The minister confirmed that a number of vendor applications came from Hamilton Parish residents.
I think we are there almost. I made a substantive statement in Parliament this morning that sort of set out the history of this whole process. It is part of the BTA's beach initiatives that looked at all 40 public beaches in the country and identified 5 of them for either new development or modifications, Shelly Bay being one of them. And primarily the criteria for that was beaches that already had commercial activity already. I know there's been a fair amount of confusion in terms of, I don't know where it comes from, quite frankly. But what we did was to have full consultation. We started with the MPs for the district, as we do in everything that we do in the country. And then we went to the people of Hamilton Parish in June and made a presentation of the various options that were available there. We couldn't define specifics because we needed to see if there was any interest from any entrepreneurs. We've now had 4 entrepreneurs that want to be based at Shelly Bay that offer Ashley's Lemonade, small business operators. A number of them from Hamilton Parish. And so what the next step is that we've not made a decision in that regard. What we're going to do on the 9th of August is to have them actually set up at Shelly Bay. What they propose to provide, we'll tape out the area where the containers are likely to go, so that people can actually visualize what is proposed here. They'll actually bring their products, and people will be able to sample them and see the operation. And then following on from that, we'll have input from the people of Hamilton Parish and see where we go next. And if they give the thumbs up for this, then we'll proceed. If they give the thumbs down, then we'll look at something else. But I think that what I'm hoping is that people do not go on rumor and innuendo in what they suspect, but exactly what has been presented. There are 4 entrepreneurs. There were 5. One is backed out for personal reasons, but there are 4 entrepreneurs that I think offer enough of a variety that might be attractive to people of Hamilton Parish and the people that use Shelly Bay Beach as a matter of course.
Turning to other news, a hot sunny day today, but how is it looking for the weekend? Here's our AccuWeather forecast.
AccuWeather is presented by BF&M Insurance Group. We now go to AccuWeather headquarters.
The BF&M Insurance Group is pleased to bring you tonight's AccuWeather forecast. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Brittany Boyer, and we've made it to the weekend. I know we've had some showers a couple of days this week, even a couple of light, spotty showers today. The weather's looking pretty nice as we get into the weekend. You can see our water vapor right behind me. When we have the yellow, that's where we have the dry air in place. We actually have high pressure just off to our east, and well, high pressure is going to keep things pretty nice as we head into the weekend. We could allow for a stray shower or 2, but we're not expecting anything significant. And for the most part, it's going to be a pretty dry weekend. So hopefully you can get outside and enjoy it. 82 degrees is where we're sitting right now. Our humidity between 75 and 80%. Winds are coming in out of the south-southeast, 5 to 10 knots, a very light wind, but still a little bit of that humidity in the air, and certainly seeing a lot of the moisture staying well off to our west toward the east coast. Our water temperature 83 degrees. The water will be a nice spot to be this weekend, especially if you're here on vacation. So let's get into the forecast for the rest of tonight. And again, we're not expecting any kind of important or significant precipitation. We'll call it partly cloudy for this Friday evening, 76 for your overnight low. And how about things on Saturday? If you're running out to get the groceries done early, no issues. We'll have a mix of sun and clouds out there. A high temperature of 84 degrees. Look at the low temperature. Pretty similar to what we're experiencing for tonight, 76 degrees. It'll be a beautiful start to the weekend. All right, we've got your tide times here. No marine alerts that we have to tell you about for tonight. Our high tide coming in at 9:22. Our low tide coming in tomorrow morning just before 4 a.m. So the water will be a good place to be this weekend. We can take you through our futurecast here as we head into the next 24 to 48 hours. Again, we have high pressure just off to our north and east, and you can see that we still have this somewhat of a southerly flow, so closer to the east coast. It's kind of squeeze play with the moisture, so there will be some enhanced moisture out toward the east coast. We could see a stray shower or two, but as I've been saying, it's going to be a pretty nice weekend here, so anything that moves through the island is going to be very quick moving. So let's take a look at conditions. If you're doing any traveling, Toronto up there in Canada, 75, clouds and sun for tomorrow. New York City, could see some thunderstorms, especially earlier in the day. Same goes for southern New England and Boston. Steamy in Atlanta, 91 degrees tomorrow. Taking a look at some of the conditions here, Jamaica, Barbados, and also Trinidad, we have some showers and storms. Tropical development still very quiet, at least this point here in the Atlantic hurricane season. So no tropical development. And you can see our extended forecast next couple of days. You can pretty much just copy and paste the forecast every day. Temperatures right around 84 degrees, seasonable nighttime lows, and remaining mainly dry. Have a great weekend.
AccuWeather was presented by BF&M Insurance Group.
My name is Kevin Roberts. I'm a taxi driver / ambassador. My father's was BF&M, so am I. Half of my family always been seemed to be with Bermuda Fire Marine. I tried a different provider at one time, but I wasn't too happy with the competition. Because then it took too long to settle claims. They questioned every claim, and I never really had that problem with BF&M. I'm quite happy with it.
My biggest fear in this world was losing an arm, a leg, my eyesight. I was taking insulin injections. I was also taking lisinopril and a series of other medications.
There are many medications that patients are on that are very helpful. If you're able to lower the blood sugar through lifestyle, decrease in sugar intake, increase activity, you don't need those medications anymore.
Whereas before, we thought if you have type 2 diabetes, you've got it for the rest of your life. We now understand that it can be reversed.
People are saying, oh, gosh, Miss Wade, you look like you lost weight. What are you doing? And you just tell them you're doing the diabetes reversal program. Dr. James looked at me and he said, Sister Wade, look at you. And I said, Doc, I got my sexy back. I said, Doc, you know what? I can truly say that you saved my life.
I invite you to take the first step on the journey of the Diabetes Reversal Program here at the Premier Health and Wellness Center.
It's that time again. All roads lead to the Somerset Cricket Club for Cup Match, but most would agree it's the people that make up Cup Match and, of course, the outfits. So with that in mind, we ask, what you wearing to the game?
For ladies looking to showcase originality at the game this year, look no further than the Orange Bay Company, located on Victoria Street. Chief treasure hunter and owner Delight Morris says here you can find all your favorite high-end to mid-range brands at a lower cost, with the freedom to mix your own style with timeless pieces.
What is it about Cup Match and fashion that makes it part of the overall holiday?
Well, we know that Cup Match is really about the emancipation and a freeing of, our ancestors and slaves. And so that is really what we're celebrating in those 2 days, is freedom. And I think it translates into fashion because it's the one time of the year when people are completely free. and they are as wild as they want to be with their fashions. It's incredible. I love to see it. I can't wait every year to see what people are coming up with next.
To get some ideas flowing, how about a fail-safe romper?
This is totally your summer wardrobe savior. Tasha, while she's dressed for the evening, this can easily be a day outfit, right? You throw on some sandals, maybe some gladiators, and head out.
This striped jumpsuit number is the uniform for festival goers, and cut match counts.
All you have to do is just pack your stilettos in the metallic duffel, and off you go.
If you're more interested in beating the heat, this flowy dress is where comfort and style meet.
Tori's sporting an off-the-shoulder ruffle eyelet maxi dress. It's really sweet and simple, and this number will work for any event on your summer calendar.
Or if you're out to turn heads at the field this year, go for a bodycon tasseled statement piece.
This is great because women of all shapes and sizes can wear these dresses.
A look is never complete without fierce accessories. If you're a last-minute shopper, like me, don't worry, there's still time to pinpoint your signature look.
Because remember, Orange Bay is a big mix of all the cultures in Bermuda.
Guys, we haven't forgotten about you. Over at Gibbons Company, it's all about bright colors and prints to stand out this summer.
As a guy, all you really need is a top, a bottom, and a pair of shoes, a great accessory like a sunglass, hat, or bag, and you're good to go. So for instance, for the first guy that we have here, we have a mango tropical print shirt. And this is they call this a pajama neckline. That's a new big trend. And if you're afraid to wear bright colors, but you still want to be on trend, this is a perfect option for you because it's got the darker colors, but it's still got the tropical prints.
It's important you don't leave home without a summer essential lifeguard hat, a good pair of sunshades, and comfortable shoes, such as Tom's. Herschel backpacks are a bestseller, something that might be useful to carry your stuff as you get stuck into a game of crown and anchor. From the beach to the cricket field, your best accessory, Tony says, is confidence.
Cut Match is like kind of a fashion show, and there's so many events that go on for there's pretty much a 4-day holiday. It's really supposed to be a 2-day, but we all know it's a 4-day holiday, so that gives you at least four chances to really show your fashion savvy, and we have all the different options for you here.
So Cut Match clearly isn't all about cricket and cheering. It's the perfect chance to show the crowds you know how to dress to impress. Jasmine Patterson reporting for Bermuda Broadcasting News.
Still to come, Earl Baisden with all the latest in sports.
Check out the great products at our $4 Depot stores. Party bags, candles, soaps, and a variety of health and beauty items, even candy. A number of kitchen items, aluminum baking pans, an assortment of socks in various sizes, even baby products. Your choice of items for only $2.50 each. Stop by any of our 4 stores today. The Dollar Depot, stretching your dollars further.
For the past 2 years, Cup Match fans have been eagerly awaiting for a victory from the cup holders, Somerset Cricket Club or Challengers St. George Cricket Club. However, Mother Nature has been the decider. Will Somerset come away the victors on their home ground, or will Challengers St. George's end their 7-year winless streak? Tune in to the 116th Annual Cup Match Classic at Somerset Cricket Club grounds as the island's leading commentary team, featuring Alan Richardson, Dwayne Sluggo Levrock, and Wendell Smith, will provide you with in-depth analysis on the Cup Match Classic, Thursday, August 2nd and Friday, August 3rd on Power 95 FM Radio. Cup Match 2018 has been presented by lead sponsor HSBC, additional sponsors Lindo's Group of Companies, Phoenix Stores, Universal Electric, Surface Trends Limited, John Barrett & Son Limited, Seahorses, Polaris Holdings Limited, West Pembroke Pentecostal Church.
Well, Cup Match trials may be the sporting focus this weekend, but a crucial playoff match between Western Stars and Flats Victoria is set for Sunday at PHC Stadium. Rohan Davis is of the Stars, the One Communication Player of the Week, turning.
I'd like to present Rohan Davis with the Premier Division Player of the Week. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I just want to say thanks to One Communications for their continuous support of cricket in Bermuda. Thank you.
Ryan, come to the mic there. Pretty good bowling there against St. Davis.
Yes.
That was some match.
Yes, it was. Unfortunately, we didn't pull off the victory. We had a few hiccups at the end of the game, but taking 6 wickets was pretty nice.
But that's not your best bowling.
No, that's not my best bowling figures.
Which is 8 wickets or so?
Yes, 8 wickets against Southampton Rangers last year.
Now, we've got a big showdown coming up between Western Stars, your team, and Flats.
Yes, looking forward to it on Sunday, PHC. Hopefully my bowling stats could, prove the better of the team this time around.
The winner takes all and joins Cleveland in the top flight.
Winner takes all.
Now Earl Baser reports for us from Columbia, where the CAC games are taking place.
With several family and friends in the stands, Kaiwan Miners entered the ring in Columbia to take part in the sport of equestrian. Miners would finish the first day of competition, which was a speed event, in 26th place. This after clocking a time of 75.69, but he and Just Ask Eric had 12 penalty fault points. Miners was overall pleased with the performance.
My horse went in, was very brave. I pretty much answered all the questions that were given from the course designer. We had a few unfortunate rails, but I think it was more rider error. I'm the type of rider, I don't blame the horse really, so I put all the rails on myself. But all in all, I think he's very brave. I'm pretty confident and just ready to rock on for tomorrow.
Are you glad you went so early in the competition?
Not necessarily for today. I wish I could have been a little further down just so you can watch some of the other veterans that are here go in and kind of understand the track a little better, get an idea of how the course is set. But I think we handled it just fine. I think our time was good enough, and we'll see where we end up.
Bermuda's men's bowling team began competing at the CAC Games in Columbia in the men's singles A tournament. David Maycock would just miss out on a medal when he finished 5th with 1,318 pins. Francisco Valentin from Puerto Rico won the event with 1,426 pins. His fellow countryman, Javier Diaz Hernandez, was second with 1,362 pins, and Marco Moretti from Costa Rica was third with 1,356 pins. Levin Samuels was 15th overall with 1,245 pins. Bawakai Binns was 20th overall with 1,191 pins. Dwayne Tolbert finished 27th with 1,021 pins. Naki Wells was an unused substitute as Burnley traveled to Aberdeen for their 2018-19 UEFA Europa League qualifying second round first leg match. Aberdeen and Burnley would finish at 1-1. Meanwhile, Jair Parfitt-Williams and his NJ Rudavalendja teammates went down 2-0 to Roma First Division outfit Steaua Bucharest. Parfitt-Williams started the match with NJ Rudavalendja at home before being substituted in the 56th minute. Elon Daly began competing in the 2018 Canadian Junior Swimming Championships. Daly would finish 11th competing in the 13-14 girls 100-meter butterfly preliminaries, touching the wall in a time of 106.22. During the preliminaries of the 13-14 girls 200-meter backstroke, Daly finished 34th with a time of 2:31.12. Competing in the B final of the 13-14 girls 100-meter butterfly, Daly finished 4th, stopping the clock in 105.81. Daly would advance to the A final in the 13-14 girls 100-meter freestyle preliminaries, clocking the second fastest time of 59.08. Her time would break the record set by Logan Watson-Brown of 59.33 during the Validus National Championships back in May of 2016. Kenny Lejour and Genevieve Bradley concluded playing in the Optimus Junior Golf Championships. Lejour finished tied 23rd in the boys 14-15 age group division after a 3-round total of 11 over par. Lejour shot a final round 1 under par 71. His final round saw him shoot 4 birdies, 11 pars, and 3 bogeys. Bradley finished 58th in the girls 13-14 age group division. This after a 3-round total of 61 over par. The Royal Park Summer 10K Series resumed with Sean Trott taking part in the Regent's Park 10K. Trott would finish 5th, clocking a time of 35.59. Meanwhile, Christine Daly ran a personal best time while competing in the Boston Fever 5K. Daly won the women's race, finishing 17th overall, stopping the clock in a time of 18.49, while Kyle Daly finished 67th overall, clocking 21.56. Exactly 1 year from yesterday, the top athletes from throughout the Americas, including Bermuda, will reignite the continent's passion for sports at the opening ceremony of the Lima 2019 Pan American Games. On July 26, 2019, more than 6,900 athletes will proudly enter the stadium in Peru to represent 41 countries of the Panama sports family. 17 days of world-class competition will follow as athletes battle for the top of the podium and the chance to qualify for the Tokyo 2020 Summer Olympic Games. Adam Hall and his Aberdeen Ironbird teammates, who are a Baltimore Orioles New York Penn League team, defeated West Virginia 5-1. Aberdeen scored 1 run in the first inning, 2 in the second, a single in the third, and they would score again in the 6th inning. Hall had 3 at-bats. He had 1 hit, 1 sacrifice fly, and a 2-out RBI, which was his 10th of the season. Kamal Levrock and Dowray Rollins were back in action on day 3 of their team's 3-day second 11 matches in England. Levrock and his Nottinghamshire teammates drew their match against Warwickshire. Warwickshire had scores of 393 and 326 for 6 declared, while Nottinghamshire would only bat once, scoring 471. Levrock finished with figures of 6 overs, none for 36 in Warwickshire's second innings. Rollins and his Sussex Seconds teammates defeated Gloucestershire by 36 runs. Gloucestershire would score 313 and 199 all out. Sussex had scored 397 and 155. I'm Earl Baisden with Bermuda Broadcasting Sports, reporting from Columbia.
Thanks, Earl. And that's all from the team for now. I'm Diane Brewer. Have a wonderful evening and weekend. Good night.